Coming up next in Burbank On Demand, taking the anxiety out of flying for a very special group of kids. The new rec guide is out. Have you even checked what's in there for you? Teaching the whole child, how members of one program made it their mission to keep the music playing in our local schools. And a hidden treasure in the heart of Burbank, how you can enjoy this work of art. Hello, I'm Drew Sugars, Public Information Officer for the City of Burbank. Welcome to this edition of Burbank On Demand, where we take you around our great city at your convenience. In just a moment on our cover story, we'll take you on board an airplane for a unique program that will tug at your heartstrings. But first, let's check in with Todd Wilson for This Week in Burbank.
Welcome to This Week in Burbank for May 18th through the 25th, 2013. I'm Todd Wilson. This year's Fire Service Day had added meaning with the 100-year anniversary of the Burbank Fire Department. Hundreds of people turned out Saturday, May 11th, to attend the annual event, which gives Burbank residents an up-close view of their public safety services. The day included demonstrations of firefighting techniques, tips on how to perform CPR, proclamations from dignitaries, a firefighting obstacle course for the kids, and a visit from Mickey and Minnie, and perhaps the biggest hit, an old-time firefighting demonstration featuring a 100-year-old steamer and the Bucket Brigade. Fire Service Day also featured Burbank Police in observation of National Police Week, with the Burbank Police helicopter as well as some special vehicles for kids to explore. And while officers and their equipment were on display at home, some members of the Burbank Police Department were on the East Coast last week to participate in a very special event. They mounted up on bicycles and rode 200 miles over 3 days from New Jersey to Washington, D.C. for the annual Police Unity Tour, joining 1,700 other riders from all across the country. 19 riders representing the Burbank Police Department rode in honor of Burbank's fallen police officer, Matthew Pavelka, raising over $1,200 for the Memorial Fund. The memorial in D.C. contains the names of nearly 20,000 officers who have given their lives while serving their communities. Standard & Poor's has just given Burbank a AAA credit rating, the highest rating possible. The rating reflects the city's solid financial practices as well as its thoughtful planning for the future and a strong local economy. The AAA rating allows the city to offer and refinance bonds at the lowest interest rates, resulting in significant savings for taxpayers. Burbank Water and Power has been awarded another mark of distinction in building design and environmental stewardship. The administration building on Magnolia received the LEED Platinum Award by the United States Green Building Council. The council recognized BWP for its efforts in water and energy efficiency, as well as indoor environmental quality, material resource, and in particular for its sustainable site featuring a rooftop garden to promote cooling and solar generation on site. This is the second Platinum LEED Award for BWP. You can check out the building yourself by taking one of the Eco-Campus tours coming up on June 7th. For more information, visit burbankwaterandpower.com. And finally, the South Coast Air Quality Management District wants to cut air pollution from your lawnmower. Coming up on May 25th, the AQMD will be in Pasadena doing exchanges of gas-powered lawnmowers for cordless electric lawnmowers. Bring in your old mower and you could drive away with a brand new Black & Decker battery-powered mower for as little as $100. Quantities of the lawnmowers are limited and you must pre-register by logging on to aqmd.gov or by calling 888-425-6247. And that's it. That's what's happening this week in Burbank.
Thank you, Todd. Burbank Bob Hope Airport and JetBlue Airways recently teamed up one Saturday in May with a local facility that deals with autism. Their goal was to work with families who have a child with autism to become more familiar and comfortable with the process of flying. In this cover story, Peter Masurlian reports on the West Coast debut of a program called Wings for Autism.
Traveling Traveling on a plane with children can test any parent's patience, but add autism into the mix and the list of what can go wrong grows longer. In fact, autism is often a barrier that prevents families from traveling or even going outside the home to community events.
Many of these families have challenges and have a desire to travel. I think every child deserves to go on vacation and visit families.
Hey, buddy!
In a controlled setting, Wings for Autism lets parents and their children practice air travel, from the ticket counter to going through security to boarding the plane. JetBlue started the program 3 years ago in Boston, and its first stop on the West Coast was Burbank.
The idea isn't, for this to happen only one time and then they've learned the entire process, but it's to kind of give them a feel of what it looks like. It's a spectrum disorder, and I think it is going to require different children, different kinds of exposure to get them to a place where they feel comfortable going through the entire process as a family.
Lorenzo, walk with us.
Thank you.
The Centers for Disease Control reports that 2 out of 100 American children have been diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder, leading to an increased understanding of the disability among the country's general population.
I think people in the public probably have assumptions about the child's cognitive level, and that cognitive assumption may be one of low level. And children with autism spectrum disorder, and that's why it's a spectrum, is because children have a full range of intelligence.
About 75 families, making for more than 200 people, participated in the event, including JetBlue employees who volunteered their time.
To unbuckle your seatbelt, just lift the flap.
And so you want to put them up at the same time. Yep, all the way up. Keep pushing. There you go. Now don't push forward because that's down. We want to go up, right?
Pull up. Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Pull up.
It wants you to pull up. There you go. Now you got it. You got to pull back to go up in the sky, right?
Michael, what was the best part of being on the airplane?
Watching TV.
Watching the TV? Did you go into the pilot's cockpit as well? What did he show you?
All the plane stuff.
All the plane stuff?
Did I wear the fire truck?
Did he show you how the airplane talks? What did the airplane say?
Noises are really the big characteristic that she doesn't like, and when she hears all those noises and everything, she wants to flee, and this gave her an opportunity to actually understand, give her a little bit more time that was needed to get her on the plane.
Hey, are you having fun?
No.
Besides Boston and Burbank, the Wings for Autism program will travel to New York, Florida, and Connecticut later this year.
I meet pilot and he teach me how to fly, and it works. And I can be the pilot for now. And I got a treat from there as I could. And I wish to be a pilot in that JetBlue. Well, see you later.
Thank you so much for being a part of this experience with us. We really appreciate you being here, and we hope that you've enjoyed the experience.
Reporting from Bob Hope Airport, I'm Peter Maserlian with the Burbank On Demand cover story.
We have more to come in Burbank On Demand. Summer is just around the corner. What you need to know before you sign up for park and recreation activities. And music programs are becoming a rarity in some California schools, but not in Burbank. We'll explain why. You're watching Burbank On Demand. Welcome back to Burbank On Demand. Information for life in Burbank when you want it. Well, the weather's certainly getting warmer and summer's just around the corner. There will be lots of things for you to do outdoors. Colleen Duffy Felix joins us now to take us step by step to make sure you make the most of your time.
Summer is here. Well, not yet, but the summer rec guide is. Pools will be open soon and camps will be filled with kids ready to have fun. Dozens of classes like this are available by simply checking out the rec guide. Chances are you will find one that interests you.
The park and rec classes here in Burbank are great. I take 2 Zumba classes a week with Holly, and they're so much fun. It's always something that I look forward to doing.
There's 3 different ways Burbank residents can register for summer recreation classes: mail-in, walk-in, and online. Look for the form in the rec guide and remember to write clearly. If you prefer to walk in your registration form, you will need to go to either the Creative Arts Center, Overham Community Center, Verdugo Recreation Center, or McCambridge Recreation Center. Walk-in registration begins June 11th at 9 a.m. If you choose to register online, all you need is a Visa or MasterCard. To get started, go to burbankparks.com. Now, if it's your first time, click on the Help button at the top of the page for 10 easy steps to online registration. Online registration begins at 9 a.m. on May 31st. Now here's some recreation class information and tips. Non-residents must include an additional $5 per person per class. If a class is full, students will be placed on a waiting list and enrolled in their alternative choice, if provided. The average class runs 6 to 9 weeks. However, there are some shorter classes like youth sports camps. Check out where your class will be held ahead of time to avoid confusion on the first day. Check if there are any material fees that are due the first day of class. Call the center where the class is held if you have any questions. Burbank Summer Days camps begin Tuesday, May 28th. Here are some friendly reminders for the parents of summer campers.
We're really excited about having your child at camp. We want it to be a safe and fun experience for them, and you can help us with that by going over the handbook and rules of our particular camp. We'll give you a handbook at the beginning of the camp, and if you can sit down with your child and go over the rules and go over all our procedures, that'll make our job a lot easier and make it a safer environment for your child.
The Cambridge Pool opens for recreational swim on May 25th. Their hours are Monday through Friday, 12:30 to 4 p.m., and Saturday and Sunday, 12:30 to 5 p.m. Fees for Burbank residents run between $1 and $4.
The new Verdugo Aquatic Facility is almost ready to open. The water is in and all the final touches will be completed soon.
The new facility will feature a 50-meter by 25-yard competition pool with 1-meter and 3-meter diving boards, an activity pool with slides and water features, shade structures, locker rooms, and a concession stand. To get the latest information on the opening of the Verdugo Aquatic Facility, go to burbankca.gov.
Thank you, Colleen. Now, if you choose to mail in your registration form, mail-in registration begins May 31st. However, don't be too early. If you have a postmark earlier than May 24th, they will open it last. Anyone who's been to Burbank has undoubtedly seen the Big B up on the hillside. Did you know the latest version of the bee is pretty much indestructible thanks to a local organization called Leadership Burbank and its annual community project? Well, the Leadership Burbank class of 2013 recently completed its annual project, and for some, it is music to their ears.
Everybody, violins out, violins up, on your shoulder. Ray, take a breath. Open ears.
This sound has become something of a rarity in California's public schools. A teacher passing on the gift of music to the next generation.
Good, now first finger on A.
While many schools have done away with music programs altogether, Roosevelt Elementary and its boosters are teaching its first graders to play the violin.
It's a really hard instrument. If you learn a lot about it, something just kind of clicks in you. This is G, and this is D. Sometimes you're down here, sometimes you're up here, sometimes you're over there. You never know where you're gonna be.
Open D 4 times, 1.
2 miles across town at Providencia Elementary, 4th and 5th graders are also learning the violin. The halls are alive with music at these two schools, but for the students and those who educate them, it's offering much more.
It gives them a certain discipline. Like you learn how to control certain aspects of your body a lot earlier. You learn a certain kind of self-control that I see transferring over very much to studies.
I noticed that my daughter walks a little straighter and she speaks a little more positively about herself because she feels so good about what she's doing.
It actually has tied to more of an increase in their math success too, because with music you're counting notes, quarter notes, half notes, and so especially with our older 4th and 5th grade students, they really felt that their math skills have also increased because of the focus on music instruction.
While the music programs are helping some students thrive, the reality is there simply is not enough money for the children to take an instrument home to practice.
For the most part, they get once a week in school and that's all they have. Even 10 minutes every day can just make a huge difference. You can do this in the air only so much before you have to actually practice with the instrument.
That was you, I believe, right?
Up the hill, another class is meeting, only these are adults who are participating in Leadership Burbank.
It is a 9-month program that helps to develop and enhance leadership skills for Burbank residents and people who work in the city of Burbank.
Each year, the Leadership Burbank class gets ideas for a project to benefit the community, and the class selects which one best fits the class, the purposes, and what's an attainable goal.
Attainable and sustainable, meaning the class project must not only contribute to a better community, it must carry on in some way long after the class ends.
There are several projects that Leadership Burbank classes have done, like the Bee Up on Top of the Hill, restoring that, and the Kids Community Dental Clinic. There was a fundraiser for BTAC for their renovation and their new facility.
So this year our class selected a project to purchase 31 violins and 40 music stands to benefit local elementary schools.
At $350 a violin, the group would need to raise more than $12,000 to purchase the instruments and music stands. In the end, the class not only met its goal, but raised more than $25,000. All of the money going toward supporting music education in the Burbank Unified School District. The good news would be given to the kids and their parents at the concerts.
We've actually purchased the violins, more than just handing a check. We've purchased the violins, we've purchased the music stands. We're able to actually present them to the school and hand them off.
To have Leadership Burbank, recognize our school and raise funds to purchase these violins just makes me feel so happy, because it's really us coming together to provide this amazing program for our kids.
In the spirit of full disclosure, I was fortunate enough to be a member of this year's class of Leadership Burbank. The next class actually starts this summer. If you're interested in applying or you just want to learn more about Leadership Burbank, go to their website at leadershipburbank.org. You just saw some future artists. Coming up next, how Burbank is helping current artists share their inspiring work with you in a place you may not even know exists. That's next on Burbank On Demand. Tucked away in the deep recesses of George Izay Park is a little-known Burbank treasure called the Creative Arts Center. In this segment we like to call Art Beat, the gallery's director sheds a little light on the city's own municipal art gallery and how you can enjoy art there all year long.
This is a municipal art gallery. We have 12 shows a year. We have 4 shows that are here consistently every year. We have a Youth Art Expo show in April, which is all the schools in Burbank. Students from kindergarten through seniors are able to participate. And Fine Arts Federation, which is an organization here in Burbank that actually supports us in many ways. They help us with purchasing certain items for the pottery studio, and we don't have the budget for something, they will come up and help us out. They're here every March. It's a membership show. The other one is the Burbank Art Association, which is also here annually in November. The last one is the Holiday Boutique in December, which is a big boutique, a big to-do around here. It takes a lot of prep. We have right around 70 people showing their artwork of any sort. Everything has to be handmade. The gallery is just packed. The rest of the year, there are various selected artists. The current show that we have is Karen DiGorgio. She's an artist, she's a painter, and also does a lot of collage in combination with her painting, acrylics usually, and collage, mixed media they call it. Her work is very interesting. It's just beautifully done. She's very, very good at what she does.
The ideas come from inside, not out. There is no imagery that I try to copy, but I will start with a couple of key elements that gives me the feeling, the mood that I'm going for, but those few elements then get developed out bigger and bigger and incorporate other things, and so it's a constant decision making, step by step, color, layer, technique, until it evolves and I stand back and I go, this is a good piece.
After her show, I have an artist. His name is Ignacio Gomez. He's coming in June 7th through the 26th. He's very well known illustrator. He also has done the Cesar Chavez Memorial in San Fernando, and I think another in Riverside. His work is really, truly amazing. So we've had, like I say, we have artists from all over come in to show in the gallery or to apply. I've never seen an artist who wasn't overly impressed, even no matter what part of town they've come from. They've just said, oh my God, I never knew this existed. Even people here in Burbank come by all the time. We always get people in, several people that say, I never knew this place existed. They're just amazed. It's like walking in the door and being in another world. Most cities don't have this. I don't know of another city that has a gallery of this magnitude. You should come to the facility or come to the opening. You will meet many interesting people. You'll get to meet the artists. If you're interested in the work itself, you'll be able to speak to someone who really knows something about the art. There will be refreshments. There will be a lot of people. There may be people that you know. You meet friends, and it's a nice outing just to have an evening out and to enjoy the arts.
If you'd like to visit the Creative Arts Center, it's located at 1100 West Clark Avenue and is open Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., Friday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And you can always give the gallery a call at 818-238-5397 for more information. And best of all, it's free for all to attend. Well, that's it for this edition of Burbank On Demand. Remember, every story on this show can be found on the city's website, online, on demand. Just go to burbankca.gov and click on the Burbank channel. For Burbank On Demand, I'm Drew Sugars. See you next time.